Hello, my name's Barland and I'd like to demonstrate to you the BorIP server and the XDIO plugin for WinRAD and its derivatives that allows you to receive samples from a USRP. Here we have HDSDR, and it is receiving samples from a USRP1 connected via USB to another computer elsewhere on the network. It's receiving samples from the BorIP server, which can be seen here through VNC. The BorIP server acts as a gateway between the USRP hardware and a networked client. The server receives commands from the client and transmits back the baseband data to the client via UDP packets. In this case, those packets are being sent to the XDIO plugin seen here. It's currently configured to connect to that remote computer, but it can also connect directly to hardware attached to the local machine. You're able to select whether you want to use the legacy interface or the newer UHD host, and set various parameters such as the sampling rate, the receive antenna, and the gain. In this corner, we have the latest tune result, and below it, statistics about packets over the network, and information in a log. If we look at the spectrum and the waterfall, we see a very strong and constant transmission here. Having selected it, and listening through the narrow FM demodulator, it sounds a lot like Tetra. To enable further analysis, you can simply check the relay feature here at the bottom of the plugin, and this will transmit the samples being received by the plugin to another computer on the network. When you actually change the tuning offset within HDSDR by clicking on the spectrum or the waterfall, it will send this offset using XML-RPC to the remote client. As an example, if we look over to this computer, it's receiving that baseband information through the relay feature, and as you can see on the FFT plot, we see that Tetra signal over a much narrower bandwidth. If we have a look at the GRC flow graph, we can see that the samples are being received through the UDP source, and that tuning offset is being received through the XML-RPC server. The offset is sent to the frequency translating FIR filter that acts as a form of channel selection, so that wherever you click on the spectrum, that is where the output of this filter will be centered. If we have a look at the application once more, and switch to the fast autocorrelation view, we can see a peak here at approximately 14 milliseconds. This is characteristic of Tetra, as it is approximately the duration of one slot within a Tetra frame. If we look at the constellation plot, we can see symbols quite distinctly, and this is also characteristic of Tetra, as Tetra uses pion for differential quadrature phase shift keying. So this probably indicates that the signal we heard is in fact Tetra. The BorIP server is handy because it allows you to situate your USRP hardware closer to your antennas, minimizing the length of RF cable. Ethernet cable is obviously lossless and can transmit your baseband signal a lot further. I hope that this software package is useful, and if you have any comments or feedback, please leave them below or write me an email. Thank you for your attention.